So here we are down in the man cave. Thought I'd go ahead and shoot a little video on my attempt at switching some substrate. So obviously here's my 75 with Greasy, my little black ROM. It's got play sand in it right now. It's really, I don't like the look that it's given him. I don't like cleaning the glass with the sand in there. It's just kind of a pain in the butt for me. Not really digging it, so I'm going to go back to black gravel and hopefully get some better color out of him. A little darker, he almost had a little bit of a purple shimmer when I had the black gravel in there. So I'm going to try to do a little documentary on swapping this out. Let's see how it goes. Let's turn around over here. Here's Sprinkles, a little black maskelong. Their planted tank is coming along fairly well. Thanks, Dippy. Alright, I'll shoot another video here in a minute. Alright, so here we go. Obviously my first step is going to be to empty the water from the 75, catch that little feisty beast back there, and then put him in his temporary home for now. So using the old Python, draining some water, putting it into the 30 long I had sitting around, and I'm going to put Greasy in here. I took the hob off of the 75 a little early. I was sitting there thinking about it and wondering about filling this tank up, not having it run for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, and thought, hey, here's a quick fix. Just put my drain hose into the hob and let it drain through there, so I know my beneficial bacteria is still getting good water coming from that tank. It's the same thing as if that pump was sitting there running. So here we go. Gonna fill this up, catch Greasy, and toss him in there. Let's hope for no casualties. All fingers accounted for, and we'll check back in a minute. Alright, here we go. Live on camera. I'm going to net Greasy and throw him in his temporary home here. Of course, using the biggest net that I have. Plenty big enough for him to fit in. I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes here. I've moved him before. He hasn't been too bad. He's never went through a net or anything, so here we go. So there we go. Wasn't the first scoop, but I tried not to freak him out too much. And he didn't go too crazy once he's in the net. He's sitting in the 30-gallon now and not going crazy, so I'm considering that a success. Alright, Greasy's down in the 30 now. So I've got a 30-gallon, a 5-gallon, and another 5-gallon. This one just has some rock in it. So right there, 30, 35, 40 gallons. 40 gallons out of a 75 looks about like that. Remember I was talking about I was afraid to add too much fresh tap water to it. So you get an idea of how much water that is. And that, yeah, that's awesome. Benefits of a waterproof camera right there. Oh yeah. So let me go dry this thing off. Okay, I'm going to begin by getting as much of the sand out as possible using just a container and literally scooping the sand into the bucket. After I do that, I'm going to use the remaining water and try to do a little bit of a liquefying the sand in a way. Stir it around to get it go through the Python, and I'm basically just going to let it drain out into the yard. I'm pretty much dumping this sand out behind my house here anyway. So just going to sit here and scoop some sand. Not much to see. Literally use the bucket, scrape the bottom, put it in the other bucket, take it outside and dump it. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you guys what I'm going to try to do with the Python. Alright, so I've scooped out most of it, as much as I can using that container in a bucket. I'm trying this little bit of a liquefying method. I was hoping that I'd get enough suction going that it would literally just pull the sand up the hose. Seems like sand's wanting to get caught right here at the top. It's kind of getting down the hose. I'm afraid it's just going to end up clogging the hose. This whole thing is going to stop working. So not real sure. I'll keep going till the water at least gets out of here. Nothing else, I can hook the Python back up to my sink and just push all the sand that's in the hose out. My sink's close enough to the door that works. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'll give you an update and let you know how well it's working. I mean, it's chugging sand up that hose, but I'm just concerned, like right there, you can just see it's piling up, and right here it's starting to get clogged. Try to shake it around, get it to come out a little better. I mean, it's working. I guess we'll see. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I'll update you in a minute. Alright, so obviously the attempt to liquefy the sand and take it out the Python hose failed. Literally we just ended up clogging up the entire hose further out in the yard, and almost got to the point where it wasn't even pulling water through. So I went and just siphoned the rest of the water. Have a little bit of sand in here still. Sand's a pain in the butt to get out, so I thought to use a little ingenuity here. Find anything you have that has a basically a thin piece of plastic. This here is an old cutting board, and all I'm literally doing is taking it, scraping it like this, being careful not to scrape underneath the silicone back there, scraping it, decent little chunk, throwing it into the bucket. Doing the same thing here, decent little amount of sand. Preferably make it in the bucket, not next to it. And just continue to do this. I mean, I'm not going to be too picky to get every bit of this sand out, but I sure do want most of it. And this seems to be working. You know, it's just a little piece of plastic, but whatever you guys can think of, just basically you're scraping the bottom, trying to get that sand off. So, good luck. Alright, check it out. The sand is almost completely gone. I've got a little hiding here and there, but I mean, tell you what, this cutting board did quite the job. I'm gonna start selling these. Maybe I'll have to contact P-Man and help me out with some manufacturing. But you know, 4 easy payments in $19.95 get your new sand removal tool. Check it out, pretty cool though. Got most of the sand out. I'm happy with it. Just doing a little cleaning. Got a few things I want to do around these edges real quick just to help me out with some of my hobs. And yeah, looking pretty good. Gonna throw some black gravel here in just a minute. Alright, here's a video after I've got the black gravel in. As you can see, Greasy appears to be loving it. The dude is just swimming all over the tank. It's actually been, it's probably been 2 days since I switched it, and he has just been doing this ever since. Yeah, there you can see me. This is where I chill. Talk about sitting in front of the tank. Sit in my little chair here, grab my laptop, and just hang out. So right now I'm trying to edit this little video and put together for you guys. Obviously you guys can see some convicts in there. I have no intention of that being a successful cohab. I just had some in a smaller tank that I had to take down, so I went ahead and tossed them in there. Gives them something to play with. Within about the first 5 minutes, I think he bit the tail off that biggest convict over there. But anyway, just want to show you guys the tank real quick with the black gravel in it, and Greasy kind of chilling in there. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was informational for you. And yeah, we'll see you later.